finally left the Dawns, and it was quite a harrowing affair, really. As Regala, God, there's a lot of names to remember, but ambushed us. She was, I guess, a former marshal or someone who wanted to be chief of the Tenakth, who obviously has extremely hostile feelings towards the East and the Karja in general. And now she's declared war on everyone, essentially. Seems like she's been helped out by Silence. The whole group were riding machines, bristlebacks, and some unknown machine that we've not seen before. Yeah. It was all really cinematic. We got like our first taste of like human boss fights. Oh, another fox. I don't want to open the video like this. Oh, God, it breaks my heart. It really does. Breaks my heart. But this is what we are looking over. This is unfathomable. Look how big this is. Oh man, what are we going to do? So the northern lands, well, hang on. Let's set our quest, I suppose. We should maybe do some more reading of some character logs. Errands would be good. So where we're heading for is about a kilometre away. Okay. And more beautiful waterfalls. We've got this glider that we pinched off the boss who challenged us. Lots of ruins. Old brick structures. From the old world, it seems. Wow. There's that tall neck that we were told about by the new captain of the guard, it seems. Is it I can't remember his name. Hakan? We've got a sort of a weird looking spire here that definitely looks different to this one of these big Pharaoh plague machines that's interwoven with the landscape here. But that might be a building, that might be part of the machine. What is happening now? Look at the clouds! Right, now we've got out of the Daunt, the weather effects are going to finally kick in, I guess, the day-night cycle. Look at the red lightning, is that striking that spire? That must be where we're going. Is that Silence drawing power from the storm? Oh, it must be. It's directly above it. It has to be. Yeah.
Lightning. Still not used to seeing that.
What? Okay, so maybe we should check out the Blight in these ruins. I sort of stare at the weather. That's so intimidating. Right, so we can see that tall neck, which is crazy in and of itself, considering how far away it is. Have we got like a scrapyard down there? I can see a person. We need to do some gliding eventually.
The wings holding up?
Right, I don't need to hold down square to do it. Well, this opens things up nicely. Right, now that we're in a new land, I guess we could just present ourselves as a traditional Nora. So let's go and have a look at this blight affected area over here. Okay, we did plummet. We plummet quite quickly. Maybe we'll be able to upgrade that tool. Look, it's very... all these veins and roots of the blight spreading. Oh god, it's hurting us even from there. Maybe we'll be able to engineer a mask of some sort. Need to remember to use my scanner a bit more. Right, I guess that Oseram scrapyard, I guess it is probably a good place to start. No, I don't think that is. The spire coordinates there. No. Man. We've got the tall neck as something to help us with the map. Discovering more. Wow. So this is no man's land. Obviously a lot emptier. Hence the name. Look at this. Look at the beautiful grass. God. Always gives me Bloodborne vibes. This white grass. Sekiro as well. They all had cool grass effects like this. Just look at it, man. This is insane. Right, now what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to do this for this video. I'll interchange between these. But what I'm just going to do, I'm going to turn the compass off. Oh, it does come up on the swipe. Oh, come on. Right, so that's how we're playing the game now. So that means I'm going to turn off where is it? Tools and potions. Grapple icons. Where is it? Oh, not always on. Right, so that's gone. Yeah, it still comes back up when we swipe up. Perfect. That's exactly that's everything I wanted in this world. Oh, I'm so happy we've got a completely clean screen. So I'm moving back up here, man. Completely clean screen, except for my head. So I'm just going to wander for a bit. We can physically see the tall neck. We can see this big spire. We know that we're heading in that direction. Everything is available on the swipe. Perfect, absolutely perfect. Just because the way it was phrased in the menu, that always off, made me think it would just turn it off permanently. Now, we don't need to anger these charges, but they are consuming stuff near the Blight, which is interesting. And more potentially dangerous. I've discovered a campfire. Oh, look at this. It's like a scene of a battlefield from Operation Enduring Victory. Yeah, look at the tanks and the machines. Are they fighting charges? I'm sure they'll be alright.
There's a lot of ancient wrecks out here.
Yeah.
Must have been a huge battle. The old ones. They gave everything they had to slow down the Pharaoh swarm.
Yeah.
To buy Zero Dawn time.
General Jerez?
No more sneaking around.
I don't know who saw me.
Tanakh rebels. They're trying to corner those Osrans.
Oh, one of them died. Oh, well, that sucks. Oh, it was a rebel. Really? Well, we're in the wilderness now. Yeah, you guys need to be careful out here.
If it isn't the hero of the day.
Gelda.
Sure, I'm glad you came by when you did.
Are you all Delvers?
We've been working No Man's Land for a while. I was hoping to get back to Barren Light by the time they opened the gates, you know, after that embassy of theirs. Seeing as how we almost got minced to pieces just now, I'm guessing things didn't go so well.
Nope.
You could say that.
It's not like No Man's Land was safe to begin with. But I didn't think I'd have to worry about the Tanakh, the neutral territory. And now, they're riding machines.
The rebels.
If you were headed back to Barren Light, why did you stop here?
We ran across some ruins nearby. Thought we'd take a gander, find some good salvage. But the
Coordinates?
place is full of weird red crystals. Can't get through the stuff. So we ended up making camp here. First thing tomorrow, though, we head straight to Barren Light. Should probably send a message to our crew down at Jagged Deep about all this, too.
Jagged Deep?
It's a dig site by this big lake down south. Old world scrap everywhere. Can't miss it. And that's my cue. Here.
Jagged Deep.
Thanks for helping us out. Maybe I'll get into more trouble and see you around.
Sure.
Well, let's hope not.
Right, Jagged Deep. There's the charger site with some burrowers. And look at these tanks. It's curious to think how, you know, wonder maybe, I guess they were always on the clock, right? But maybe they could have designed identical machines to the Pharaoh Plague machines, but just made them obey, right? Not have them with that glitch in it, but it's buts and maybes, I suppose. Hello, Fox. You're safe. You're safe. I've killed a couple of foxes. It made me feel awful. Right, the scrapyard. Where was that? So I ran over to help. Look at these fields. Look at the size of these machines. Is that a Deathbringer? Look at the... Right, okay. What the hell is that? That's new.
Frost would do a lot of damage.
A sky drifter. Was that what she was riding? No, it had sort of like jaws. A gliding machine that easily spots and tracks potential threats, whether in the air or on the ground. It's fast and agile and can lash out with its razor-sharp tail and wingtips. Iota overrides. So it's got a hard outer casing to protect synthetic muscle and operational systems. Got a scanning unit, a detection device, projects a cone of light that reveals enemies, including those in stealth. So you need to move if it's looking for you. A tracking container produces a spray that can track a target's location even if they attempt to re-enter stealth, detach, or destroy to disable. A booster. Fire-based thrusters used to rapidly launch itself into the air, especially vulnerable when overheated, so fire arrows. Signal transmitter used to call in machine reinforcements. Christ alive. Shock storage, tear off to collect the resource. And a razor tail, a large metal tail used as a primary melee weapon. Detach or destroy to disable tail attacks. God! Oh, hang on. It's weak against frost, but strong against fire. Okay, so stealth is a bit useless against this thing. So I guess the rope caster would be a good idea here. Tie it down, but... Jesus, man. It's doing one. Lots of blight here. Poor fox, don't go into the blight. There's more than one of them. But there's another one. Those sort of look like burrowers, but not really. A leap slasher. Christ. Leap slasher, this maybe is a sort of like a watcher variant, similar to the burrowers perhaps? An acrobatic transport machine equipped with a chill water canister. Its cargo can be deployed to aid allies or weaponized for its attacks. It's got a hard outer casing to protect its synthetic muscle and ops systems. A cargo claw. Retractable magnetic claw used for cargo claw attacks and to deploy cargo pods, repair pods, noxious pods, and radar pods. So maybe it needs to collect those pods from somewhere else and drop them. And it's got a power cell at the back on its bottom, or at the base of its spine, or at just before its tail starts, and a chill water canister at the back. If we hit that with frost damage, it will it'll explode. Again, iota overrides, so sugar lumps. Maybe we should try and take this down while it's close by, but it can call for reinforcements, so... I'm not sure, man. I think we're going to die if we take this on. I've got a lot of skill points as well that I've not spent. Let's head to that scrapyard before we get absolutely destroyed by Big Bird over there. Oh, Mr. Fox! Man, I don't like killing the wildlife. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, I'm so much happier now that I've got no HUD. We have HUD, and then we don't have HUD. Right, let's get to the safe zone.
Those must be the salvagers I met in Barren Light.
Yep, looks like it.
Something's going on.
Having a look through the old tanks and the old tech.
You really think you can do that?
Karoof, come on! You know me. Have I ever given you anything less than perfection?
Hi, friend. Lorend.
If it isn't the savior of Meridian, and of my very own operation. Larend, say hello.
Hello, nice to meet you.
You know, if it weren't for this one, I probably wouldn't be standing here right now. Nasty business. What the Tenakth did back at the embassy. But everyone in Barren Light is thankful you drove them off.
So this is your salvage operation?
You won't find a better place to trade machine parts in the West. And soon we'll be trading in more than just that.
Okay.
For too long, the West has been, well, forbidden. Dangerous. But what if I told you we could make an armor so tough, so infallible,
Okay.
that you'd never have to worry about survival out here again?
I'm listening.
I'd be curious to take a look at it.
Of course you would. And that's why I've asked my most talented salvagers to find what they need to make that armor. Each of them will present their work to me. The best protection will go on sale to hunters, just like you.
Lucky me.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some business to attend to back in Chainscrape. Larend can take care of you while I'm gone. Can't wait to see what you come up with, my boy.
Leave it to me. It'll blow all the others out of the forge.
I think you're in over your head, mate.
You have got to help me.
What are you talking about?
The armor. I made a dozen versions of it, but none of them were good enough. And there are other crews further west. If they make better armor than mine, I can kiss that keg full of shards goodbye.
So you get a prize if Karif picks your armor?
A big one. And I finally have the perfect design. I just need the right parts, and fast.
Yeah.
So maybe you'd be willing to pick up a contract and get them for me?
What would I be looking for?
Shell walker containers.
Okay.
Their plating's made to withstand a lot of damage. It'll make the perfect armor. I know it.
I think I can handle that.
Shell
Thank
walkers.
the forge. All right. We scouted out a herd near here. Here's the contract. It'll tell you everything you need to know. You take the machines down. My people will pick up the containers.
I'll give this a closer look later. Thanks.
I'm counting on you, Aloy.
Salvage contracts. Cool. A data point. There we go. Scroll. A charcoal smudged record written in rough hand. Delivered 24 barrels of blaze, 4 shovels, 9 hammers, 1 keg of spitfire. Delivered in full as spit one by Ragurg tradesman. Getting harder to deliver your shipments quietly, Ulvund. Ran into a Kaja patrol and wasted an hour heading to the northern mine just to throw them off the scent. Javad may be a chuff, but until you get that concession signed, he can still shut down my trade. So, if you want to keep blasting away at this scorched out mine, I'm happy to oblige, but my fees have just gone up. Oh wait, is that what we just... I'm not sure. I do wish the menus were organised a little bit different than this. Right. It was called Convoy Ambush, right? It's just a bit difficult to nav. Is there a different way of organising? Here we go. A standard Osram salvage contract, written recently and in haste. The following contract is bestowed by Karif's Salvage, Unlimited, Salvages, hereby engages the recipient, the hunter, to provide the following services. The hunter will eliminate at least 1 shell walker from the designated machine convoy to provide the salvages access to a shield walker crate. Any other salvage can be gathered as payment for services rendered. A campsite and traps have been provided at the marked passage, which is regularly visited by the convoy. The hunter understands that accepting this contract involves inherent risks, including physical and/or psychological injury, pain, suffering, disfigurement, temporary and/or permanent paralysis, and/or death. But please don't die. I really need the parts. Larend. Okay, cool. So the map, which we've not had a look at. God, look how far we've got. Let's not focus too much on that. What is that? It's a rebel camp. That's the rebel camp. We're wanting to go here, the Death's Door. We've got lots of stuff on the way. There's the convoy ambush. Oh yeah, there's some relic ruins. Skydrifter site, which we can maybe try and take a few down. I would really like, if we, I don't know if we're going to be able to use them, but the tear blast arrows
I can make this armor work.
would be extremely useful for dealing with, you know, for stripping parts off some of these machines, so that we can get the sweet rewards for them. Looks like we're going to see our first sunset. Maybe it'll be night time for the first time. Wow. Unbelievable. I just really love the verticality of the terrain. Because the traversal is, you know, really smooth. The verticality just, yeah, it's just really awesome. Yeah, it's much better having the animation turned off. Means you don't have to think about it. Right, this is a rebel camp. We could get a little bit of vengeance here. Might be a bit more clever to go from the high ground, if possible. So the rebels are using sort of a teal-ish green as their main colour, which will identify them. We're about to lose the light, so that would be good for a stealthy ambush. Green is my favourite colour, so of course the evil characters would choose the evil bald guy's favourite colour. Oh my god. Right. So stealth, give it all the long grass, is obviously the main priority in these camps, usually. There are quite a lot of machines here. No, I don't want the grapple point.
It's weak against shock.
Lots of charges that we could use to help us, right? And you see the big bad, the boss man, the big bad boss man. Right, so we've got one guy who's untagged because I can't quite get it at the right angle. I don't know how you would stealthily deal with a guy on a mount. But we've come this far, let's head in.
Okay, I'm in. I have to clear out this place before I can look around.
We just got to kill everyone. It'd be nice if we could do this in a non-lethal manner. Is that the moon? Look at the sky. Right, so taking down machines would probably be smart. Leaving Patrol Boy here, probably the best thing to do.
You see that too?
See what?
We should go and check.
Christ.
We should check that grass. You there! Alarm! Alarm!
Well, this went tits up rather fast. God.
can't see through it.
Okay, better.
Tell me you can see her.
Okay, don't think the alarm's been rung. Yes, don't come in the grass. Thank you, Tony.
Over here!
Christ.
That way! Come back here.
Never!
You want a toy with me?
Yeah.
Remember that when I find you.
Seen anything?
So we've got 4 of them in that sort of charger pen there.
I smell cowardice. I'll
Right.
break both of your legs.
Right, now
Still suspicious.
we could turn the charges against them, which would probably help. We're gonna need to move here. I don't think they're gonna move. Yeah, this isn't where we want to be, though. I'm gonna need to move. Smoke bombs. Yes, I can craft some more. They're very valuable.
Be ready for anything. She's bound
How'd
to come
she
back.
vanish?
Right. She can see me.
Any news?
Normal people leave tracks, right?
Not a thing.
Oh my god. How am I gonna deal with this guy?
Anything going on?
She's dead, mate. Right, I can't do a silent strike on him. So I guess we could go and corrupt those charges. Or try to, at least.
How many places do you have left to hide?
Oh, I can only silent strike them.
Let's go back. Drawing on her now.
What?
Help! Over here!
Oh, those are blaze canisters, aren't they? Oh!
I can keep going.
That's not what I was aiming for. Okay.
Pens, not that many machines. Where'd they all go? Better check in that cave.
Right. Is that here? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Alright, I think that the woman who came over was the person who was over there.
I'll keep some extra on hand.
Alright, what have we got? Grapple point, supply cache. Okay, let's what are you talking about? Purge water. An ammo that deals purge water damage is now available in your inventory. Use your focus to scan enemies and see if they're weak to purge water. Hitting them with purge water will build up the drenched state. Once in this state, their elemental attacks are disabled and their resistance to all elemental damage and states is reduced. Shoot purge water canisters with purge water arrows to detonate them and trigger a large elemental explosion. Is that, what the hell is that? Oh no, that's the crocodile things from the first game. Snapmores. Yeah, using those potions in battle isn't as easy anymore
You can get a strong color out of this.
as it was in the first game. Because you have to sit and wait and drink it now. Now let's have a look at the main bit of the camp. It's surprisingly underpopulated here. The sky's beautiful though. So there are only like 3 guys here. Fair enough. Maybe it's just the entrance to the mines.
The drawbridge. Might be my way across. That's one half of the bridge.
Oh.
But how to drop the other side?
Oh, I picked up a weapon. Strong arm hunter bow. I should really read what I'm picking up. I've got, I think control is, or whatever game's just got me into the habit of picking up stuff and not really looking at what it is. Right, this is a sturdy mid-range Osserum bow that can deliver powerful shots when overdrawn and has a greater chance of inflicting critical damage. So we're comparing that to the hunter bow, 18 and 33. But that's upgraded. So I guess we can consider using this after we've upgraded it, perhaps. The Frost Blast Sling is kind of useless at the minute. Oh yeah, I need to use this. Why am I not using this? God. Yeah, the shock bow, I'm not a fan of. Warrior bow is okay in a pinch. Fire arrows are pretty important. Right, we'll ditch the warrior bow. And we'll get the fire hunter bow going. We'll have the shock stuff there, just in case.
Scanning the bridge with my focus might show me something.
Oh, it's a trip caster. I thought it was a blast sling. Fair enough. Still useful, though.
Looks like there are a couple of weak points.
Oh,
Ropes attached to the bridge. There.
good work.
Bridge is down.
Some more stuff down below. Yeah, we can have an explore in here. We've stumbled upon the place after all. Cool, picking up weapons. We're going to get our torch, or do we need to have the other cosmetics on for the torch? I think there's going to be more enemies in here.
Bristleback. It looks like it fell into a tunnel. So the rebels were keeping bristlebacks here. The machines fell into the tunnel, which must have collapsed as they ran further in. What if Ulvin's explosives created the sinkhole? I should head back to Chainscrape to let Javad know.
Interesting. So this is how how they all got in. I could glide down. But it's telling me to return to Javad, so... Well, there's definitely stuff down there. There's grapple points to get back out. Okay, yeah, let's just pinch everything in here. Always need to be on the lookout for this stuff. There's loads of grapple points to get out, so... There's loads of blaze down here. Don't know if they're ones we can actually loot. No, it's like big blaze.
And the tunnel's blocked. Yep, not going that way. Now, how to get back out?
Up this way, methinks. Oh, cool. I tried to do the jump thing, but I guess it didn't work. As intended. Should have gone up the other side. More stuff we can sell. Let's hope enemies haven't spawned in behind me. Wow, the day-night cycle's pretty fast. It was quite lengthy in the first game. Right, now there was a bunch of stuff to gather down here, so I will have a look. Oh, this was a cool way, a stealthy way we could have got in, right? I guess we could have got in without killing anybody, but... Alright, there's some stuff in the water. weed oil. Cool, so the flow has a big effect on how you can swim. Right, let's see what happens if we exit this way. Didn't quite catch the sunrise. Never mind. Okay, not too bad. It was a bit chaotic, but we've not invested that much in our stealth stuff yet, I suppose. Right, there's the campfire at the Osram place.
Stash this away for later.
Tell you what, I don't want to feel like I'm neglecting the journal, so we'll save our game back here. And then we'll read a few character entries, we'll read errands. No, we already read errands, we'll just read a few more character entries. Just to keep ourselves up to date with that stuff. Yeah, I've not done anything though. Right, the notebook. Right, character bio. So yeah, we read Val's, Elizabeth's, Gaia's. We've not read Travis Tate's, Hades, or anything. Yeah, we really need to keep up with this. Yeah, Ted Faro, hideous person. Silence. Yeah, we need to read these. Let's read Rost's. Let's get a bit sentimental. It looks different, obviously, rendered in the new, slightly updated graphics and stuff, right? Right, basically, so our adopted father, right? For Aloy, an outcast of the Nora tribe from birth, growing up in the machine-dominated wilderness was a lonely, solitary existence. Her only companion was the stern, impassive recluse who fostered her, Rost. An outcast himself, he raised her away from the tribe, ceaselessly training her to hunt and fight. From him, she learned to survive any physical hardship, to scorn comforts as weakness. But what she most wanted to know, the answers to the riddles of her birth, he could not teach her. On the eve of the proving, the tribe's rite of passage that offered Aloy a chance to join their ranks and finally obtain the answers she sought, Rost resolved to leave the Nora sacred land for good. His greatest wish was for Aloy to embrace her new life within the tribe, a life that he could never be a part of. Aloy could not reconcile with this notion. His companionship, distant and taciturn as it was the only source of warmth she had ever known, and to lose him was akin to abandonment. But he didn't go far. When a mysterious band of outsiders attacked the proving, killing the other contestants, he intervened to save Aloy's life at the cost of his own. It was only through his sacrifice that Aloy survived, to unravel the mysteries of the ancient world and her connection to it. Yeah. We're here because of you, Rost. Right. So Travis Tate, the alpha in charge of Hades, lover of like death metal, porn, and just chaos in general. So Travis Tate was a gifted programmer with a disruptive personality. Master hacker Travis Tate was once one of the most wanted criminals on the planet, considered a critical threat by government agencies and multinational corporations alike. Despite his record, he was chosen by Elizabeth Sobek as the alpha project lead for the Hades subordinate function of Zero Dawn. Who better than the world's greatest hacker to develop software capable of taking over and rebooting Gaia, the most sophisticated AI ever created? In addition to his own work with Hades, Tate was also the head of Zero Dawn's digital security. Though he succeeded at both tasks, he and other alphas were ultimately murdered by Ted Faro as part of an effort to conceal his culpability for the machine plague that ended the world. Yeah, Omega Override, right? time are we on? 50 minutes. The last couple of episodes have been a bit too long. But yeah, let's read Ted Faro's. A world-class businessman and self-promoting egomaniac, Ted Faro was once fated by the media as the man who saved the world. He was also the one who ended it. After dropping out of college in the 2030s, Faro founded Faro Automated Solutions, an engineering company that became popular thanks to a successful line of personal robotic servitors. But the company really hit its stride when it hired Elizabeth Sobek, who designed a revolutionary line of green robots that would play an instrumental role in reversing damage caused by climate change. I feel like I have read this. I might have read this when I was reading the Zero Dawn logs before I started the game, which is why it's stuck in my memory here. I don't think we did. The environmental recovery that ensued in the 2040s became known as the clawback, and Faro did everything he could to take credit for it. More success followed, including the release of a powerful personal AR augmented reality device called the Focus. Faro also expanded the company's operations to include a military branch, eventually dominating the sector. Disgusted with this pivot, Sobek left the firm. In 2064, a glitch occurred in a swarm of FAS Chariot war machines, rendering them immune to human control. Designed to self-replicate and consume biomass for energy, these machines now saw all life on Earth as viable fuel sources. Global extinction became inevitable. Project Zero Dawn provided a solution, albeit a grim one, but Ted's guilt over the robotic blade he created caused him to spiral into madness, disguised as a magnanimous spiritual conversion. He became convinced humanity would be better off without knowledge of the past, and especially his role in it. Using a secret backdoor to the Zero Dawn system called Omega Clearance, he purged Apollo, the subordinate function responsible for educating future generations. He also murdered the Alpha Project leads who'd contributed to Zero Dawn's construction. Along with a few chosen companions, he sealed himself within a secret bunker called Thebes, allowing him to live out the rest of his life in comfort as the world outside ceased to be. I hope we get to find this bunker. I really, really do. And yeah, let's read about Hades. So Hades is the Zero Dawn subordinate function responsible for emergency reboots intended to purge any emerging biospheres that became non-viable. During the construction of Zero Dawn in 2065 and 66, Hades software was developed by Alpha Project lead Travis Tate. In an ideal world, Hades would never have to activate. It was built to take over Gaia and restart the system only in the event that a partially reconstituted biosphere became unstable. Approximately 20 years ago, Hades was infected by a mysterious signal of unknown origin. This signal gave it malevolent consciousness, prompting it to take over Gaia in an attempt to extinguish all life on Earth. Gaia destroyed herself to prevent this from happening, but not before Hades and all other subordinate functions escaped to ancient computer systems throughout the land. Hades landed in the processing orb of an ancient and massive Horus-class Pharaoh war machine. There it was discovered by Silence, and the two struck a bargain. Hades would provide technical and historical knowledge, while Silence would provide human followers to the to do Hades' bidding. This arrangement led to the formation of the Eclipse, a cult of Shadow Carja fanatics bent on reconquering their holy city of Meridian. But both Silence and the Eclipse were duped. Hades' ultimate goal was to use the Eclipse to attack Meridian so that it could reach the Spire, a Zero Dawn communications array. There it would transmit a signal that would activate dormant Pharaoh war machines around the world, thus triggering another extinction. Aloy and her allies thwarted these machinations at the Battle of the Elite, where she purged Hades with a special lance given to her by a repentant Silence. I guess lastly we'll read Silence. Little is truly known about Silence, a wandering scholar, sage, and warrior, though he is rumoured to come of age among the northern Banuk tribe. His past is a series of whispers, misdirections, and enigmas, all of which he encourages. As long as he can stay unseen in the shadows, he can freely pursue his obsession, learning everything he can about the origins of man and machine. Silence was the first person to find a working focus. With it, he discovered Hades, a rogue AI, and together they forged a bargain. It would give him knowledge. In return, he would give it followers. This arrangement led to the formation of the Eclipse, Karja rebels who believed Hades would help them retake their holy city of Meridian. Later, Hades reneged on the deal and tried to have Silence killed. Not long after, Silence learned that the rogue AI had ordered Aloy's death as well. Intrigued as to why Hades would want to kill a Nora outcast, Silence tapped into her focus and learned of her connection to the ancient world. Knowing she was the key to uncovering the deep secrets of the past, he joined forces with her, aiding her as she learned the truth about her origins. Seeking to make amends for his role in Hades' rise, he gave Aloy the lance she used to purge the AI during the Battle of the Elite, but after that he disappeared, no longer answering when she tried to contact him with her focus. Awesome. Right, guys, I will end that episode there. Just staggering how the scale and size of the land, right? We've got some new intimidating looking machines that I definitely don't feel capable of dealing with. We'll maybe skirt around them for the time being as we make our way to some sort of peripheral objectives, the tall neck, where the coordinates originated from for Silence. We've obviously got some things to do. No! We've obviously got some things to do back in the Daunt as well, but I'll wait until I've got what is some sort of underwater explosive to deal with the mines before we head back. You know, I'm a bit worried about not doing the tutorials for the Machine Strike minigame. So we'll maybe fast travel back for that. Maybe I'll do them in my own time rather than record them. It's just because they're a little bit painful to listen to the tutorials. I don't know why. They kind of go through every little instruction. So I'm not sure you guys want to necessarily sit through all the tutorials for Machine Strike, but I don't know yet. Pick it up from here next time. We've made very tentative steps into the Forbidden West. It's stunning. It's really overwhelming how big the land is. But we'll pick it up from here next time. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave me a thumbs up if you did. Just remember, everyone, never trust an on crate. I'll see you next time.